This is the video everybody been waiting on. Everybody want to know, how did I lose custody of my kids? So we're gonna jump right into this video. So let me tell y'all, when my baby daddy left me to go be with his side chick, he left me with nothing. Like, when he moved out of our apartment in Blue Ash, like, he took everything. He took everything. He took the TVs. He took the dining room set. He took the kids' bedroom set. He took everything. We went half on like the TVs, and then for the kids' bedroom set, I paid for that. But he still took everything. So when I got off of work, I went home to an empty apartment. I didn't have nothing there but one couch, and that was the furniture that I had bought. So I stayed in that apartment for like a couple weeks, and then the lady from the office, she came knocking on the door. You live in Cincinnati, you know, if you live in Blue Ash or Fairfield, like them the bougie neighborhoods. So if you like live in those neighborhoods, you can't have nothing on your record. Like, you can't have like not even a misdemeanor. Like, your record got to be super clean. So I couldn't get the apartment in my name because I had a background. So we ended up putting in my baby daddy name. So anyways, the lady from the office, she came, she like, who are you? I said, this is my baby daddy apartment. We was living together, but he ended up leaving, so he no longer live here no more. And she like, well, you cannot stay here. You have to leave now. I said, well, I don't have nowhere to go. And I'm like, please let me stay. Please, I'm begging this lady, like, please, I don't have nowhere to go. Like, I really don't have nowhere to go. And the apartment was kind of close to my job. So I'm like, please, I ain't got nowhere to go. So she was like, you could stay here for 3 days. After that, you have to leave the premises. I said, okay. So she was cool or whatever. So she let me stay for 3 days. After that, y'all, I was homeless. Like, I was literally sleeping in my car because I didn't have nowhere to go. Like, I was sleeping in my car, like, and then like, I would stay at work all day because I ain't had nowhere to go. So I was literally sleeping in my car. And then after that, one of my friends hit me up like, you know what, Mela, you could come stay with me till you get your apartment. So I'm like, okay, boom. Went to go stay with her. So my baby daddy ended up going behind my back to try to get full custody of the boys. So around that time, I was homeless. I was staying with a friend. We had our first court date. So it was a hearing. And basically, we had our first court date, and I was just basically telling the judge, like, I'm not stable. I was at my lowest. So it was just like, he had an apartment. So it was just like, why would I take my kids, you know, with me when I'm not even on my feet? Like, I was at my lowest. This man went to go file full custody of my kids when he know I didn't have nothing. I was at my lowest. Like, why would you do that? You know, I ain't got no apartment to stay in. You know, I ain't got nothing but a car. That was it, and a job. So he went and filed full custody. So the judge asked me what I wanted to do. I told the judge I prefer them to live with their dad because I'm not on my feet. I was homeless. So they dad already had a place to stay. So I told the judge I prefer my kids to stay with their dad because their dad was like, oh, the kids got their own room. And what she did show me a video. So the kids did have their own room. So I'm like, it was best for me to make that decision and tell the judge that, yes, I prefer my kids to live with their dad till I get on my feet. That was final. So when we went back to court, because we agreed. So after that, me and him both agreed to doing joint custody. So when we went back to court, I had my paper filled out. So I gave it to the judge. He didn't have his paper filled out. Like, he didn't want to do joint custody. So me and him got into it in a courtroom. So the judge was like, that's enough. That's enough. I'm just going to send y'all a paper who get full custody. So me and him walked out, and that was it. So the first time we had court, I forgot to mention that the judge did order me to get the kids every other weekend because I work in a hospital, so I do work every other weekend. So she ordered me to it was court order for me to get the kids every other weekend. So I was getting the kids, and then after that last court date that we had got into it, I was still getting my kids every other weekend. So after that happened, I ended up getting into a fight with his girlfriend. my mom was the middle guy, so she will always pick up our kids. She will always pick up my kids and stuff. Like, I didn't want to see him, he didn't want to see me, so my mom was picking, she was the middle guy, she was picking up the kids and stuff. So she would go meet him to get the kids, and she would go meet him to drop the kids off. So so this one day, my mom, she couldn't come pick up the kids from my house to drop them off to him, meet up with him. So I had to do it. I had to go meet him, which I just had a bad feeling. Like, I was drinking. I'm not gonna lie. I did have a little drink. And my baby daddy was telling my mom, like, oh, she need to meet me at this spot. And I'm telling my mom, like, no, I'm not meeting him at this spot. Like, he meeting me right here and this and that. So we was going back and forth. So eventually he ended up meeting me where I told him to. So I had a little attitude because he came late. He was like 5 minutes late. I'm just playing. Like, he came late. So I jumped out the car. I don't know what happened. Like, I said something to him. And his girlfriend, I think, like, I got in his face or something, and he pushed me, and I ripped off his necklace. So he had put his hands on me. So after that, his girlfriend jumped out the car, and she pulled my hair. You know, they always want to go for your hair, especially when you got long, pretty hair. So she pulled my hair. So I turned around, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I've been wanting you. So me and her ended up getting into a fight. The police was called. I ended up going to jail. I ended up going to jail because they called the police on me. So I went to jail. So after that, he stopped letting me see my kids for like a couple months. It was like 5 months I haven't seen my kids. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, he like, do y'all want the boys? So he let us get the boys for Christmas. And then after that, he started letting me see my kids again. So it's been 10 months since I haven't seen my kids, and we actually got court coming up. So yes, y'all. So that's the story on how he got custody of our boys. Story on that, y'all. That is the story on that. So I'm about to wrap up this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm out.